Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Venkateswar Rao from Department of History, University PG College, Secunderabad. Today we are going to discuss about the culture through the ages. The second concept in our module 1 of paper 5, Cultural History of India. In our last class, we discussed certain things from the same concept, culture through the ages. We discussed up to the Vedic age. We also discuss certain distinguish between Harappa and later Vedic. So Harappa is a urbanized civilization followed certain important urbanized concepts. When you see the later Vedic, it's totally a different structure with the Harappa. So in Harappa, they followed a town planning, but we don't find in the Vedic. They constructed a well-built buildings, but we don't find any buildings at the Vedic or later Vedic. It's totally a ruralized society. But there is a systematic life we find from the Vedic. These systematic life maybe we can observe from Hindu, a Vedic text called the Vedas, 4 Vedas, Upanishads, and Aranyakas likewise. And we don't find a systematic life in the Vedic. We don't find a permanent settlement during the Vedic civilization because they are totally a nomadic people who are migrating from the certain areas through the certain areas from Central Asia to Indian subcontinent. They are settling temporarily at where they get a sufficient food and grass for their own cattle. Then they're destroying them, the temporary settlements, and moving to other. Likewise, they entered in a Sapta-Sindhu region. Then during the later Vedic, they entered in the Indo-Gangetic Doab. Then onwards, a permanent settlements we find. Okay, when you see about the later Vedic, when you see about the society is flexible, but they followed the Chaturvarna system. When you see certain things also, a family structure, a male elder may be the head of the family, and male child at certain prestigious status in the society, and they celebrate the birth of a male, and we finally see it as a patriarchal family structure at the Vedic civilization. And when you see the political structure, we find certain a tribal nature of settlement, where a tribal head we find, he called with a name of Rajan. He had certain administrative setup. He had assisted with a certain officials, but here the administration may supervise with a assemblies consist of all the members in the society. You are well aware that there are two important sabhas, assemblies you find, Sabha Samiti, and these, according to the directions of these assemblies, the Rajan may act. We don't find a right on the land by a Rajan during the Vedic period. He is like a nominal head during the Vedic. But we find a certain administrative structure during later Vedic. When you see the economy, a agriculture may practice according to certain planning. There is a well structured cultivation they followed. They sowing the seeds during a particular season which are suitable for the cultivation. Then they followed certain irrigation facilities to grow the crops. After the crops, which is at the yielded time, they wellly harvested the grain, and harvested grain may stored for future. This is a well structured process, agricultural process they follow. When you see the cultural aspects, in the cultural aspects, mainly certain religious things we find, where Hinduism or Hindu religion is a existing religion at that time, where we find number of god and goddesses. Among them, 5 to 6 god and goddesses were prominent. Among them, Indra was a important god who had a certain hymns from the Rigvedic. He was praised with certain praises. The majority of the praises which shown about the Indra. After Indra, Agni, he was a mediator between the devotees and God, and Varuna, Mitra, Usha. Likewise, we find nearly 30 to 35 god and goddesses. These god and goddesses may be divided into certain categories also. Okay. And when you see a certain practices at the social society, we find certain blind beliefs, superstitions, like male child has certain importance, giving importance, celebrate this their birth as a auspicious day, and the women had a certain um, certain evils like child marriage is prevalent, and also sati system is prevalent during. No, we don't find any evidence regarding the sati, but child marriage are having certain sources. And there is a system of education, a asrama form of education, giving Guru Dakshina to a teacher. These are certain things we find at the society of Vedic level, Vedic civilization. When you see the later Vedic, during the later Vedic, the society may became somewhat rigid, uh, and the lower class in the Chaturvarna strata, the Sudras may keeping away or keeping certain distance by the upper classes, and Sudras may treating as they are the servants to the upper three varnas. And the main occupation of the Sudras treating them as they are the agricultural laborers. Okay, so here one thing we observe that there is certain increase or the right on land, the rights on land may appear here. The rights of the land by a Rajan, it means a head of the society or a tribal kingdom, we observed here. And we find certain medium of exchange also. We find a barter system in Vedic and later Vedic. In the barter system, there is a medium of exchange we find, mainly in the later Vedic. The medium of exchange is a cattle. So cattle treated as a medium of exchange. Those who have a more cattle, though are the rich, they are observing they are the rich in the society. And sometimes for cattle, certain battles also taken place. Gavishti is an important term we find. And there is a relation between the cow and woman also. And apart from these, there are other certain changes also taken place in the society. Priest having a high respect in the society, then a head of the state also. Okay, so Brahmin treating him as a chief priest. He was one of the highest official assisted under Rajan. And apart from him, Brahmin, one or two other officials we find. One is the tax collector. Bali is a voluntary tax we find at that time. And also other two officials also we find who not only collect the taxes and also supervise all the accounts. Apart from these one or two other officials we find, it means a well form of administration somewhat better than the Vedic civilization we find in the later Vedic. And in the economical aspects, a well-structured cultivation they followed. They also use certain names. Here, the usage of metals we find here. Basically, ayas, the iron usage we find. Apart from the iron, copper, and bronze were the other metals they oftenly used. They made with these metals by made certain agricultural implements and also utensils which they use in the domestic purpose, also made with these bronze and other copper metal. And the mode of transport we find during the later Vedic usage of the chariots, a ratha we find, and the making the ratha having a certain section in the society developed called as the Rathakaras. So Rathakaras has certain prestige during the later Vedic, apart from other metal workers. And certain money lending process also started during later Vedic. A pani is a money lending process where we find from the Satapada Brahmana, which are they used oftenly. And also they followed certain other economical transactions at that time, but we don't find any a coin system, but certain ornaments may use as the medium of exchange along with the cow. And in the last phase of later Vedic, gradually the right on the land increased. Grabbing the adjoining lands were started. And the assemblies which are we find in the tribal settlement gradually decreased its importance and power of the Rajan may increase. And also the usage of iron also increase. Apart from making the utensils and agricultural tools, gradually they started making of weapons to protect themselves. Which leads to a emergence of the 16 Mahajanapadas. Okay, so during the later Vedic, we find the religious structure. In the religious structure, there are the a limited number of god and goddesses increased to large number, and they followed worshipping individually and combinedly. But there is a section in the society which opposing certain beliefs in the later Vedic. Okay, so those section of society later turned into certain intellectuals, turned into saints, turned into philosophers. Okay, it means what? There is a section of the society or a individuals in the society, they started opposing the unwanted rituals and beliefs in the society, Indian society, particularly from the Hindu society. It means at that time we find only a Hindu society itself. Hindu religion only existing society at that time. So they are opposing those beliefs, and gradually they are making certain awareness among the people towards these superstitions and blind beliefs. And also certain section of the people who started following the certain philosophical thinking at that time. Okay, so all these are things which happened during the medieval, sorry, during the 6th century BC. Okay, so certain philosophical thinking started. Charavaka, Charavaka sect started, and they are opposing these blind beliefs in the society. They want to reform the Hindu society. So among them, Jaina Mahavira, also a important saint, a philosopher, who mobilized the people towards a rationalized thinking. That rationalized thinking which paved the way for emergence of a new religion called as the Jainism. Okay, which is taken place during the, the, the later phase of the Mahajanapadas. Okay, so before going to those, the religions, revolutionary religions, we see the certain society which was existed between these Mahajanapada, later Vedic, later phase of Mahajanapada. Okay, so after the later phase of later Vedic, there is certain changes taken place in the society where the people were concentrating on the economical benefits, where the forests were clearing and started the agricultural practices with a strong implements which made with the iron. So iron usage has increased, and clearing the forests started the production. They are due to the water facilities and the fertile land, automatically production also increase. Surplus production, we find, due to surplus production, the ideology of a man at that time also changed. They also grabbing the land from a, a weaker personalities or weaker sections at that time. Likewise, there is a Janapada system has started. So I already told you that there is the power of Rajan has increased. Automatically, the Rajan has extend their territories, and they are following certain yagnas and yagas, Ashwamedha, Rajasuya, they also practice to showing their prestige and also their territory. So here there is individual tribal settlement formation has started. That settlement called as the Janapada. The Janapadas extension to the more territory we call it as Mahajanapada. Okay, so the emergence of Mahajanapada system has started. Nearly 16 Mahajanapadas has emerged. Among the 16 Mahajanapadas, Magadha became a strongest Janapada at that time due to various reasons. You are already aware that Magadha's capital Rajguha or later Pataliputra were the important a town at that time. which is also called as a Jaladurga, which is surrounded four sides of water, and also which are adjoining with a deep forest, giving a better wood to construct various palaces or habitations in the Pataliputra. Water is sufficient, and also the adjoining parts are well deposited with the iron deposits and also other metal deposits we find. So strongest metals in their hand, and well strongest wild animals also available. So all these are important things which the Magadha became a supreme. Okay, so gradually Magadha, which is turned into a empirical, sorry, turned into a strongest kingdom later by certain dynasties. But during Mahajanapada's period, Magadha, which is became gradually at strongest and grabbing other Mahajanapadas into the Magadhan territory from various alliances, from the weak rulers in other Mahajanapadas. So likewise, it became a imperial kingdom up to the Mauryan dynasty has taken over. Okay, so up to Mauryan dynasty, Magadha became a imperial kingdom, which is extended its territory whole from central part of Indian subcontinent to the northernmost and easternmost part of Indian subcontinent. Okay, so likewise, there is the political strategy or a political structure has taken place, and the Magadha became the important kingdom. When you see certain social aspects at the time, the emergence of new revolutionary religions has started by the philosophical ideology of Jaina Mahavira. Jainism has started, and due to the efforts of Gautama Buddha, Buddhism has started. These both are two important revolutionary religions at that time, which challenge the majority people following a existing religion called as Hinduism. Among the Hinduism, a middle or a mediator priestly class has emerged between a god and a devotee, and according to the instruction of a chief priest, the worshippers may follow or act, and these common people which are away from the education, and they are not allowed into the ashrama system of education, that is only confined to the upper three varnas, and the things which are mentioned in the various Vedas or Upanishads or Aranyakas, all these things are not reaching to the common people, because all those things are in the language of Sanskrit. Language of Sanskrit is a elite language which are confined to only the upper three varnas, and the common people which are not understanding the things which are mentioned in the Hindu religious texts. And in the society, these people from the Sudra, which are keeping or kept away from the mainstream of society, having certain restrictions on them, they treating as only a agricultural labor, all land in the hands of the upper three varnas, and they are working, the Sudras working as a laborers, as a bonded labor. So all these are the things which given a opportunity to the intellectual class to challenge the Hindu religion at that time. And also, I already given a certain economical aspects, because there is a economical economical things have arise at that time. Surplus production also taken place. So due to the surplus production, some section of the people which are transporting the surplus production to one place to another, and they grab that as a occupation, and they emerged a new section in the society. Okay, not only Vaishyas is a trading class at that time, but apart from the Vaishyas, some other people who followed a supplying these grains from one place to another, later it's turned as a trading, and the trading class has emerged apart from the Vaishya. Vaishya already a trading class is there, but it is a traditional trading class which is continuing at that time, and a new form of the traveler come traders has started. And during the Mahajanapada time, there is the following of the Yagnas and Yagas raised. During the Yagnas and Yagas, sacrificing animal is they follow. Due to sacrification of animal in the sense killing the animals for the sake of God. So the killing of animals which are following during the Yagnas and Yagas, gradually the cattle number is decreased. Okay, so the animal in the sense they oftenly use the domesticated animals only. So domesticated animals are the cattle at that time. The large number of cattle they are attached with. So they are the Brahmin section and upper three varnas. Those who are following the Yagnas and Yagas, they using these killing animals, cattle particularly during the Yagnas and Yagas, they using the flesh of the cattle, and later they are eating this meat of the cattle at the time. It's not my statement. It is according to D.D. Kosambi. You can also get the things from the D.D. Kosambi text. Okay, you have already certain references in your syllabus. I already posted in the chat box, in WhatsApp group. Okay, you get those texts online. in online. If you want any text, just you pass me a message. If I have any online text, I will send you in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so this using of the cattle during the yagnas and yagas has started, and gradually the number of cattle has decreased. And when the cattle number is decreasing, and the effect which is showed on the agriculture practice. Okay, so at the same time, a new ideology which are propagating by a new philosophers, they are like a wanderers. Okay, they are wandering from one place to another, awakening the people and awakening the people towards certain beliefs in the society. Okay, so they are propagating these teachings. Among their teachings, saving a cattle also is there. And also, those who are visiting or supplying food grains from one place to another, those who are visiting the various places from one place to another, which are attracted by the propagations of these philosophers. It means what? The trading class, which is more attracted by these philosophers, later some section in the society attracted by these philosophers, and the common people who are very against or anger against these middle class also attracted towards